California's Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant generates more than 8% of the state's electricity. It's California's largest nuclear plant. Now it can also lay claim to being the state's last.
A demonstration near a nuclear power plant.
During the late 1970s and 80s, Diablo Canyon became a flashpoint for environmentalists. Advocates of nuclear power claimed life would return to colonial days without the electricity these plants provided.
We're gonna save Diablo Canyon. The time is here at last.
But just last week, environmental group Friends of the Earth reached an agreement with Pacific Gas and Electric. Diablo Canyon will shut down its 2 nuclear reactors by 2025, replacing them with renewable energy like solar, water, and wind.
It's really a historic agreement because unlike other nuclear phase-outs that in some cases have led to increases in greenhouse gases from the use of fossil fuels, this is a nuclear phase-out driven entirely by renewable energy and energy efficiency.
The U.S. currently has 61 nuclear power plants in operation with a total of 99 reactors. But since 2013, 14 reactors have either been shut down or are scheduled to be retired early. Environmentalists hope California's decision will help spread the No Nukes campaign globally.
It also reflects massive changes within energy in California, which are the same changes in China and elsewhere. The fact of the matter is that baseload power is a thing of the past, that when the sun and the wind are out, going, you actually want to be able to absorb all of that renewable energy. But the nuclear plant is actually an obstruction.
But the director of the Nuclear Policy Program at the University of California, Santa Cruz, still has concerns based on past behavior of power plant management.
They cut corners on trying to determine whether there's a seismic risk.
Hirsch says when Pacific Gas and Electric built the plant, it claimed no active earthquake faults were within 30 kilometers. But researchers discovered 1, then 2, then 3, and finally 4 active faults.
The nuclear industry has been very short-sighted. It has been brought to its knees by Chernobyl, by Fukushima, by 3 Mile Island, and yet it never seems to learn the lesson that you don't cut corners with a device that has 1,000 times the long-lived radioactivity of the Hiroshima bomb.
Hirsch cites the Santa Susana reactor meltdown in Southern California. It happened in 1959, and it's still being cleaned up today. He's also written about the lack of safeguards against terrorism at nuclear plants.
As good as it is that they will phase out Diablo Canyon by 2025, we have to get very lucky that between now and 2025 there's no earthquake, there's no terrorist attack, there's no mistake made by an employee, there's no piece of equipment that fails.
Looking at the red of Hirsch says he's reminded why he's still critical as soon as possible. He said people can get careless when business comes to nuclear reactors. Any drop in standards could be catastrophic. Mark New, CCTV, Mountain View, California.
Nuclear power fits into China's plan of making its power generation cleaner and more efficient. As of last month, China was planning to build 42 nuclear reactors. For context, Russia has planned 25, India has 24, and the United States plans to build 18 new reactors. Today, China has nearly 20 gigawatts of nuclear power installed. That's less than solar, wind, water, or thermal energy. Still, China ranks 5th in the world in terms of the number of operable nuclear reactors. It has 32. The United States has 99, followed by France, Japan, and Russia.